What's up, friends? We're heading to Kentucky Speedway for the Quaker State 400. If you want this projection sheet, down below in the description section, a free article with a link to the projections. That's right, enjoy. That's on Team Rise or Fall this week. However, the 6 other exclusives that are giving out to the Legends and the Ronin tier, you can see the photo here on my right, those are going to be exclusive in Discord and on Patreon for those members. So give it a look, and if you like what you see in the description section, completely free, give it a try, sign up, and I'll see you in Discord. All right, let's get to work. It's impossible not to like Kevin Harvick right now, and he ends up as one of my riser picks for the week, and he's an MME option, of course, likely gets slid in there as a cash game option too. I don't care that he's starting very high in the starting position. I think he can start up high, end up getting a lot of the number of laps led, which will be significant in the scoring. He is high in the riser ratings at 14.08. That's our proprietary scoring system for how good of a play somebody is each and every week. His points per dollar is solid at 7.1. He has a DK weighted projection, 82.88, which is the highest, only Denny Hamlin within reach, and then everybody else is way down low. Denny Hamlin, another fantastic option. Track history is superb. 3 top 5s in the last 5 races here at Kentucky Speedway. Kevin Harvick has 4 top 9 performances, and these two are both at 4 wins on the season while everybody else is at 2 or less, and truly you can plug these two in, make them part of your core, and Kevin Harvick, of course, will end up as cash and core. I've not finished my initials yet. You're kind of watching me do it live. And these two players, you can pretty much just put them into FC or start a single entry lineup with both of them and still build a fine lineup. And let me show you kind of how I envision this happening. So if you plugged in Harvick and Hamlin, you have a lot of money still at 6.8K, and you're like, hey Mitch, what are you talking about? 6.8K? That's not a lot of money. Well, let's take a peek. I still think there are plenty of value here this weekend, and you could even probably plug in Erik Jones, who, my word, this guy has been driving so well, finishing 3rd, 7th, and 6th here the last 3 times he's raced at Kentucky. And we've got a nice projection, 60.6. He's a very high points per dollar, a solid riser rating this week at 17.13, the 5th highest rated driver using the riser fall ratings. And if we go look at him on Fantasy Cruncher, which I love to do when I'm looking at the recent finishes, drove really well here at Pocono. This was a crash. He was, I believe, he had a flat tire, I think. This was Pocono Organics 325. He had a flat tire. He was top 5, I believe. Crashed last week. When he has finished the race, the guy has been an absolute beast over the last several races. Erik Jones, if we plug him in, 6.3K. Mitch, how are you going to do this? How are you going to fit these guys in? Well, I think there's position differential here with Hamlin and Jones. I think Harvick gets a number of fastest laps led. I think all 3 could finish in the top 5, and here's where you're going to find your value. We'll go over to my cheat sheet. We're going to go down here at the starting position. We're going to sort it right there. Michael McDowell, DK just hates pricing this guy correctly, continues to be a superb value option each and every week. Cash option, core play of the week, riser rating, and an MME option, of course. Plug him in. He's easy to plug in. You can see, he crashed here. 57, 54, 40 points, 46 points, 48 points, 33 points, 42 points. Bad race here. Can't remember what happened here at Elsko. And 34 points. The guy scored 33 or more in 8 of his last 10 races. And including going back to our cheat sheet, if we look at Michael McDowell, even if we just look at this and say, well, he might finish 25th, 24th, 23rd, like he has the last 3 times here at Kentucky Speedway. Well, so what? Okay, you're still going to get 5-6 position differential points. And at 5.7K, you're just hoping for an upside. And he kind of has a built-in floor due to the cheap pricing and also due to the low starting position. He's got this nice floor, and he's basically all upside. And at that point, a guy like Michael McDowell is somebody I'm going to plug in and not even think twice. It's so easy to do so. So let's go back to DraftKings. and we plugged him in, and we still have 6.7K. And there were a couple other drivers I thought were significant value still and offered you solid upside based on their price points. And one of them is Ryan Preece. I like Ryan Preece. I also like Corey Lajoie here at 5.5K. I think both of these drivers have nice upside at their starting positions of 32 for Ryan Preece, and we can see his average finish is 25th. Last week, he got swept up in that pit wreck, that weird pit wreck, but I can see him finishing 20th, 22nd this week at 6.3K. That's solid upside. You're looking at maybe 27, 28 points. Not too shabby at that price point. Cole Custer is another driver who has probably much more upside than Ryan Preece. We saw him, I think, finish 5th this past week. He was right there at the end with Kevin Harvick. I think he was 2nd for a while. So you can plug in Preece, you can plug in Cole Custer at 6.9. Those two drivers themselves would, finish this off right there. And I feel pretty solid about that. I've got position differential for days, truly. And if you want to do something a little bit different, of course, you could take out both of these guys and go a little bit lower to Corey Lajoie, who starting position, I want to say he was 27th. You're looking at maybe like 5, 6 position differential type upside. Nothing spectacular, but what he does do is he gives you some money to go all the way up here and grab some of these drivers with a little bit higher upside. Someone like Kurt Busch, who has had significant success here. We go look at Kurt Busch. We're talking 10th, 4th, 6th, 1st. He won last year here. Solid fastest laps led last year, 36. 2 races in a row where he's been top 3 in number of laps led for both times. He's had a decent season. He's got 3 top 5s. Over 50% of his races, he is finishing top 10, and he's starting 7th, and he's just 7.6K. If he can finish top 5 or so, get some of those number of fastest laps led, get some of the number of laps led, that could be a solid option. I don't mind targeting this mid-tier of driver, though. I think this is where you're going to make your money. I think Kurt Busch is probably a better driver in like a smaller tournament, but if you're trying to take one down, man, I think I kind of just showed you what I would be looking to do by targeting the position differential upside and hope that these guys are able to support my very high duo here of Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin. Now, if you're on Fantasy Cruncher this week, one thing I would do here is I would grab Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick, hit this little arrow button, add selected group, and I would say I want at least one, whatever you want to call them, studs, okay, at least dominators, at least one here where every single lineup's going to have Harvick or Denny Hamlin. And I think that is a fine way to start your player pool. Now, another thing that we like to do, and I teach this all the time to my members, and I'm getting a little bit into the MME stuff, which I will have a different video for specifically MME, because that alone takes a very specific type approach to creating lineups, and I think that one will be better suited to have its own video. So for MME, one thing I like to do is I grab the rest of the riser section. So now we're going to make a riser group real quick. All right. Now I'm not going to be crunching stuff out today, but I want to show you that this little group here is a group that I am going to focus heavily on this week by, asking FC to put 3 of them in every single lineup. And I'm also going to, when I make my MME video, upload the actual categories. So I will upload the core, cash, MME, risers, and I'll also be uploading the riser ratings. And I want to show my members how to crunch by using the riser ratings this week. So tune back in, check it out. Got to hit that subscribe button. Be on the lookout for that. And while you're watching this video, go watch that MMA video. Get yourself prepared. UFC 251 is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait. I'm excited, ready to rock. I hope you enjoyed this today. Down below in the description section, there will be an article. There will be some projections that you guys may use if you choose to do so. The final projections, final player pool, and all of that will be updated on the back end on a different cheat sheet for my members only. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it helps you out. Hit me up on Twitter at DFSN Donuts and hit that sub button. It helps me. I'll catch you later. Together, we rise or fall.